love Daddy Joe and jazz ladies out there. This your boy Samuel Armstrong, broadcasting live from the cabaret in the sky. And when I'm not busy doing my soloing on my two horn, I just tune in to the Oliver Presents We All Be News and Radio. Oh, yeah.
News is on the scene with the great Tony Renner, jazz artist, improviser, I don't know if that's a word, but improviser with the brush, pen, and the printmaking tools. As you can see, this guy got a lot of talent. He can fill up a room with all his talent. Matter of fact, he has filled up a room with all his talent. Now, Brother Tony, welcome to We All Be.
Pardon?
We All Be. His name is We All Be News.
We All Be News.
All right. Well, so, let's ask you, how did you get started on this? Go ahead.
The funny thing is that I was working on a master's thesis in spring of 2000. I finally finished it up, and it was really kind of traumatic. Just there was so much work, and I was done, and I was getting something out of my girlfriend's car, trunk of her car, and I noticed she had some watercolor paints. I'm like, ooh, wow, this would be kind of fun to play with, because in procrastinating writing the thesis, I would sit at the library and look at books at the library, and one of the books I looked through was an art book, and Joseph Albers, who taught at Black Mountain College in North Carolina in the 50s, keeping a lot of squares within squares, and like, wow, I can draw a square. So I got the watercolors out and did my tribute to Joseph Albers. That was my first painting, and when I scanned it, it looked great. The actual piece itself is really, it's too much black, you can't see anything. So it's like, no, that was fun, but it didn't work. So let me try again. So I just started from there.
How have you been doing this?
Since May, June of 2007.
So this is incredible. So basically you mostly self-taught, correct?
I am completely self-taught. I'm completely, it's a little confusing because I have taken some art classes more since I started than before. And I had taken one drawing class at St. Louis Art Museum. That was pretty much, here's the picture, sit in front of it and do some stuff. So I'm not really getting any training in the class I took. So self-taught.
Amazing. How would you classify yourself? Self-taught, folk artist, or like, what term do you want to classify yourself as? Or do you want to be classified?
Not yet. It's too early. I'm still learning.
Okay, that's fair. And also, I know you said your focus in school was American cultural studies, right?
Right.
So how does this relate to your school studies?
Not really at all, except that I'm an American and painting's part of the culture. I name a lot of my paintings after jazz musicians, and they inspire me, and I want to spread their names.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you, what's your favorite piece in the room? I'll follow you around.
I love the Dave Brubeck portrait, so that was my discipline for the portrait.
Okay, why Dave? Why take a picture of Dave?
Dave was on the cover of an issue of Downbeat that I had.
Okay.
So he was in front of me. And it's a very striking picture.
It is. I listen to some of his music.
And I always listen to Dave Brubeck.
All right. So what were you listening to when you painted the picture?
Probably the news, to be honest. Sometimes I'm painting with the music playing. Sometimes it just occurs to me later. Usually later, actually.
So who are some other, I know you say Joseph A.L.L, but who was the other artists that has been influenced by?
Franz Klein, okay. A lot of the abstract expressionists from New York. Nothing here is very Dada, but very influenced by the Dada movement. The next month will be more of an abstract expressionist show, and then the last one will be based on artists from Paris and a lot of collages.
Oh, wow. Also, we talked about Matisse, so I know Matisse said a thing about jazz as well. So, music and visual art is interrelated, like how disconnected to, or what type of thoughts of music and visual art?
Oh, they're two different things that they go together. And to be honest, a lot of my paintings I want to be CD covers. So I'm trying. I can't quite make the connection with the actual people putting out the CDs, but I'm trying.
Who would you like to have your art feature on? Who's CD cover?
Anthony Braxton.
Okay, that's a quick answer. Yeah. Why Anthony Braxton?
He's great, and he's a fascinating individual. I don't understand everything he says, but that's what I like about it. It's sort of like, wow, that was way out.
So why? I know this is a way. I know you said it's not really the American cultural studies what you're doing, but in a way you also are helping spread the gospel of jazz and of art in America. So what are some ways you are connecting with the community and beyond as far as getting more people involved in their art heritage?
That is something I'm still working on. And you asked me about art training before, and I did volunteer at the St. Louis Art Museum. They have a Sunday program where kids and their families come, and basically what I did was here's the construction paper, here are the scissors, here's the crayons, go to it. But also we would demonstrate it occasionally, like folding paper and drawing and stuff. And one day some parents said, "You've been to art school, haven't you?" Like, no, I haven't. But anyway, I loved working with the kids. Kids are our future, so I want to do more.
What has been your greatest experience on this journey so far as being an artist?
So far, selling a painting was nice. Every time that happens, actually, one of the first two pieces I did, I submitted to a art show, a juried art show, and was accepted. And one of the pictures sold. That was kind of fun.
So I guess you sold more than once since then, correct?
But not many more.
Cool.
It's a funny thing. I mean, we're in America. You need money. You need to buy canvas. You need to buy paint. So it is about the money. But I don't really paint to sell. It's nice when it does, but I paint them, and then if they sell, and that's great. But that's not why I painted it. So it's kind of hard to separate them out. Art and commerce go hand in hand, but the art is separate from the commerce.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Also, what would be the best way for folks to view your beautiful drawings and artwork and paintings?
The easiest way is online, tonyrenner.blogspot.com.
If you have any words of wisdom or thoughts you want to share with our audience?
Words of wisdom for me, that is highly unlikely.
But you are a poet, right?
I have written poems in the past. What I'm doing now, I have another blog. It's contraptionstl.blogspot.com, and basically at this point I'm just cleaning out a folder I found in the basement of poems that I wrote when I was 17 or 18. It turns out that the New York School of Poets, John Ashbery, etc., they did a similar thing. They would write random poems. They would go through a book and just pick a line out of a book and then put them together. My poems are sort of, I picked a line out and then titled it, and that was the poem. And I think, as far as I can remember, it's a long time ago. I think I tweaked them a little bit. I would add a few words, but so they're poems, but they're not from my heart. They were from my 17-year-old heart. I probably wouldn't anyone see them. Since they're sort of playing games with words, I don't mind. And I think they hold up. If it's at contraptionstl.blogspot.com, I'm posting a poem a day.
Oh, wow. So, original works, right?
But I'm almost done. So I'm either going to have to call it quits or start writing some more poems.
So you're a very prolific person, man. You listen true. We consider yourself a Renaissance man?
I'm more a jack of all trades, master of none.
I guess there's a lot of us there. And also, do you play any music instruments?
I play the electric guitar. A lot of effects on it. It's kind of avant-garde. Certainly wouldn't call it pop. And my studio is a converted convent, and there's a chapel that has a piano. So the other day I recorded myself playing piano.
Oh, wow.
I don't really do, but the room is so reverberant and there's so much echo that it fills the spaces, so it's very easy to play. So it sounds like music.
Well, it sounds like you like in a very much in a spiritual vein of some of the people that you like to name your paintings after, like the Ornette Colemans and the Sun Ra, even the John Cages and whatnot. So you really are spreading the gospel, so to speak, if your studio is a converted convent.
Sure. I'm not very religious myself, but I'm all for it.
All right, that's cool. Well, I guess this wraps us up, but before we go, I'd like to get you the, I guess, shameless promotion for us, like when you can say, hi, Tony Renner, and we all be artists.
Hi, I'm Tony Renner, and we all be artists.
Oh.